Lewczuk here on How to Build a House series. Okay, so we just came back from the city and we picked up our building permits. All right, so we've got all clearances from the city to go ahead and build. So at this time, you want to call your excavator and your forming company and get them lined up. Now, before you do anything, you have to call your surveyor again and tell him to do an outside pinning of the excavation. What that is he'll take your plot plan that you've submitted with your permit, and from the plot plan he will go to the site and he will put stakes in the corners and also show an elevation for the excavator. Okay, now the stakes are there to show the excavator where to dig the basement, okay, on the lot, and also the height of the underside of the footing. So he'll mark a line and he'll give you an elevation and he'll give a cut line on there to tell the excavator from this line dig down 2.5 meters or whatever's marked on that. So it's very important before your excavator starts, you call the surveyor to do an outside excavation of the pinning. Now, once the excavator shows up and digs the basement, okay, you have to call the surveyor again and to call him and do an inside pinning of the basement. What that means is he'll come into the basement and he'll put pins in the corners of the house to show the concrete forming company exactly where the walls are to be placed. Okay, and that's very precise. It'll tell the concrete company and the forming company to show them exactly where to put the walls and the footings. Okay, and they'll also double check the cut. What I mean by that is they'll double check the elevation of the basement to make sure that it conforms to the plot plan. Because on your plot plan it shows you all the elevations and all the heights. So he'll double check all that. And then later on, when the house is up, you need to call him to do a final survey of the property and to check the grading. But that's at another stage, but that's what we need to do right now. Also, before you dig, very important, you need to call your insurance company. Now, your insurance company, you have to tell them what you're doing and what you're proposing, and they'll put a package that's called a builder's risk. Okay, they'll put a separate insurance on your bill. Okay, it'll cover any damage that could happen, any liability insurance, any theft insurance, any fire insurance, and any flood insurance. That's usually a separate thing, but make sure you get your builder's risk put on before the excavator shows up. Okay, and that's what you have to do at this moment. Now, you can also go ahead and call the gas company and to do a layout now, and they'll come and do a layout and show you what side of the house the gas is going to go on. If you go on either side, you can tell them what side you want to put it on. And also the hydro company. They'll also give you the layout, and they will tell you what side the meters to go on in most cases. If you can go on either side, then you usually want to get it on the house side because it costs a little bit more if you go on the garage side. So that's what you have to do now. See you at the next stage.